there's a small pocket of crime films that are all about solving corruption. Confessions of a Police Captain is about what happens when corruption becomes the system itself. This isn't a flashy mafia thriller or action-heavy police techie film. It's colder than that. More cynical, more politically angry. So let's talk about Confessions of a Police Captain, released on Blu-ray by Radiance Films, number 165 in their range, and another wonderful movie directed by Damiano Damiani. Right from the start, you're flung into this world. There's an immediacy and a serious tone that just lays on. It feels tense from the opening sequences. You instantly know this isn't going to be an exploitation film that drove many of the Italians to crime films. It's more procedural. And there is a political focus that comes in later on in the film. It feels closer to a conspiracy thriller, institutional drama, a political noir of sorts than a traditional crime film.
Quelli almeno andranno al cimitero. Gran parte degli altri invece sono finiti qui, nel cemento. Che dobbiamo farci? Buttare giù la città?
Martin Balsam plays a police captain who, at the start, seems to be a puppet master of sorts. He's setting up things that are going to be the catalyst for the film to come. We are then introduced to assistant DA played by Franco Nero, who really distrusts the police captain, and there is a wonderful interplay between these two characters all the way through it. You're never quite sure where Balsam's character lies. Is he evil? Is he doing this to taunt the assistant DA? Is he playing games with everyone? Is he trying to spill the beans and all the corruption that is going on? These two together are absolutely wonderful. It's this captain who is investigating corruption and organised crime and has this determination to take it down. He's got to the point where he's did everything that he can and it's not worked, or something's happened and the criminal's getting away with it, laughing in his face. He can't take it any longer and he's going to do something about it. Discovering himself, the system that he works within is just rotten from the core.
Si sbaglia. No, lei non riesce neppure a formulare l'ombra delle ipotesi che un magistrato possa essere coinvolto in un delitto. Lo farò, devo farlo.
And is watching Nero's character chase after the captain, dig into the information, have these conversations where the captain throws out these tidbits of information that just kind of draw them in, and it is absolutely ruthless in its worldview. Nobody feels clean. Nobody feels heroic at all. Even though people are trying to do good, they feel compromised. They feel trapped. They feel powerless. They feel that they are moving over to the dark side to try and affect some sort of good. And the film becomes deeply unsettling because it feels real. For me, it's a tale of an exquisite story. It's directed really well, and it's got these two powerhouse performances. Martin Balsam is absolutely amazing as this character. He's highly intelligent, but he's also exhausted. He's morally conflicted with his actions, and he is deeply and quietly intense all the way through it. This is a man who has a purpose and has just decided it's time for that purpose to become a reality. He doesn't play the character like a hero. He feels like a man slowly starting to realise the system that he's in is large and complex, and he's going to do something about it. It's a grounded performance that really anchors the film. He is truly fantastic in here. Nero is great as well. We know what he's going to bring to the film. There is a stoic nature to him. That emotion breaks through later on when he becomes frustrated and starts to realise what's going on almost a little bit too late. It's a wonderful counterpoint to the more refined but quiet intensity that's within Balsam. He has more kind of outlandish frustration and allows his emotions to flow sort of later in the film. The tone and the atmosphere here is incredibly bleak. It's morally suffocating. There's a constant tension within every sequence. Even in the most mundane of conversations, you feel that it's weighty. There is a lot going on and it could really go to pot at any point. It builds this sense of contamination throughout the film. Like I said, nobody here is squeaky clean and everybody is tarnished in one way or another.
Lei potrebbe essere un fanatico, schiavo di un delirante senso di giustizia. Un poliziotto che scatena un killer perché non si fida dei tribunali. Ma io ne dubito. Si dà il caso che io diffidi dei moralisti.
This feels much closer to investigation of a citizen above suspicion. It feels as though it's really pointing a finger at the criminal system. It's less sensational violence. It's more thematic. It has a rich story and it really hammers its theme home. I think Damiani really delivers wonderful direction here. It's not really flashy. It's just well constructed. It has this strong pacing. It has these sharp dialogue sequences. It builds pressure slowly. It has this kind of camera that just allows conversations to breathe and just highlights, with a slight movement, certain aspects within the characters. It's a master touch of really allowing the film just to come out. I think that this is probably my favourite Damiani film that I've got in the Radiance range so far. Everything about it was just deeply compelling. I loved seeing Italy at the period at the time. I loved the various characters that came into it. I loved seeing Franco Nero with Martin Balsam. And sometimes you can get these actors who were bigger stars appearing in foreign films and they don't really give it them all, but he is really firing here and really delivers. I really enjoyed it. It's intelligent, it's bleak, it's politically sharp, it's incredibly cynical as well. It feels like a crime film where the real villain is the system itself. One of the strongest Italian crime films I've seen. Absolutely loved it. Let's dive into the disc and have a look at the extras. Here we are in the disc for Confessions of a Police Captain. Let's go to the special features. First up we have Franco Nero. Actor Franco Nero discusses his experience working with co-star Martin Balsam, other actors and key members of the crew on his second collaboration with director Damiano Damiani, filmed exclusively for Radiance in October 2025. This runs for 29 minutes 15 seconds and he goes into a few anecdotes. I think my favourite was trying to find the right co-star for him. Talks a little bit about some of the films that he worked with Damiani as well, which I thought was really interesting, and it's just great to hear him talk. Next we have Michele Gamino, best known in Italy as a voice actor and TV presenter. Michele Gamino reflects on his feature film acting debut on Confessions of a Police Captain, Martin Balsam's help with the English dialogue, the film's depiction of his native Palermo, and more, filmed exclusively for Radiance in November 2025. It runs for 22 minutes 47 seconds. What I really like about this, more than just a kind of snapshot of how he got into the role in the first place, was his thoughts on Martin Balsam. How he really helped him, how he enjoyed working with him and felt he was a very giving actor, particularly as he was naive in his first movie. Next we have Antonio Siciliano. Editor Antonio Siciliano talks about the rhythm of dialogue, scenes and Confession of a Police Captain, key changes he implemented and his admiration for Damiano Damiani's cinema, filmed exclusively for Radiance in October 2025 and runs for 26 minutes 49 seconds. Now, all that information's there and it's great, but he also talks a little bit about how he got into his career, and I always like these ideas of how people with a little bit of confidence and a little bit of swagger manage to talk themselves into these awesome careers, and I get another anecdote here. Next we have Lovely John. Film score expert Lovely John considers Ritz Ortolani's work on Confessions of a Police Captain, comparing it to his other scores and to those of other composers of the era, and breaks down the film's powerful main themes. Filmed exclusively for Radiance in December 2025 and runs for 31 minutes. And I really enjoyed this one because you get a little back story of Ortolani, where he grew up, how he got started, and then talking about the film and the score and how it impacted, and pulling out certain things that I hadn't actually noticed that were really interesting. And a gallery. Also included in this set is a 24-page booklet. This time we have 2 interviews included, which are great. Justice is Never Neutral, an interview with Damiano Damiani from 1972 by Gérard Langlois. And then we have an interview with Damiano Damiani from 1972 again by Guy Bricourt, and that's the extras for Confessions of a Police Captain. So yeah, Confessions of a Police Captain was much more politically angry and much more emotionally bleak than I was expecting. It didn't feel like just a crime film, it felt like a real indictment on the institutions, and how these things are easily corruptible, but there are certain people that are incorruptible but may fall by the wayside due to the system itself. Great. Highly recommended. I would suggest you pick this one up. It's, for me, a standout this year in Radiance so far. Like I said, I absolutely loved it, and I would love to know your thoughts on this one as well. So let me know in the comment box below where you think it lands within the Damiani filmography, particularly within the Radiance range, and your thoughts on the film. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff in the description box below, or links to Patreon, membership program, and manvfilm.com, always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching. See you next time.